I want to know how much those private detention centers get for each person, and do they get that even if the person they detained turns out to have legal status? That's a great question. We don't have all the math in yet for 2025, but for 2024, the two main corporations who are raking in billions in taxpayer dollars every year to run concentration camps, essentially. Geo Group made $4 billion of our taxpayer money, and CoreCivic made $2.2 billion. Now, if we're looking at the per day charge that these private corporations can bill to the federal government to abduct people, deprive them of their liberty, and keep them locked up in, again, essentially concentration camps, I saw one report that said it was $165 per day, which turns out to be about $60,000 a year. But I saw another report that said it's about $150,000 a year, which is about $420 a day. I'm not sure which of those numbers are accurate, and I'm sure there's a lot of ways that they can upcharge, right? And on top of that, they are billing the immigrants themselves to do things like use the phone, exorbitant amounts of money to use the phone to call their lawyers, to call their family members. And yes, Geo Group and CoreCivic do bill the taxpayer, even if the people that they are keeping in their detention centers are being held illegally. Ethnic cleansing and violating our constitutional rights is big business in Trump's America. An awful lot of men are getting really rich off of this. And they have been for a long time, right? These companies have done business with the federal government under George Bush, Barack Obama, Joe Biden, and Donald Trump. And right now, Congress is poised to give a funding bump to ICE. It's a great time to call your Democratic senators and say that they have the power to stop it. None of this bullshit from Alyssa Slotkin and Cory Booker and Chuck Schumer about how they will vote to fund ICE's reign of terror as long as ICE agrees to wear body cams and do sensitivity de-escalation training. In January 2026, no Democrat should be voting to fund ICE's terror. The Progressive Democratic Caucus have come out and said they are opposed to this funding bill, but it is up to Democratic senators. They are the ones who have the power to block it. We need Democrats to be our allies in the fight against fascism. We need Democrats in Congress, in both the House and the Senate, to function as an opposition party and stand in opposition against ICE's lawlessness, against their reign of terror. A majority of Americans are opposed to ICE's actions in Minneapolis and across the country. ICE is incredibly unpopular. Therefore, Democrats need to get with the program and realize not only is it a moral and ethical position to oppose funding ICE at the end of the month, it is also a politically savvy one. I know Chuck Schumer and the Surrender Dems are committed to being perpetual losers, but it's a political win to oppose ICE and to vote against the funding bump.